So, you're probably wondering whether or not you should take the IB. Is it really worth it? As you may or may not know, there are a ton of celebrities that have taken the IB program, such as the YouTuber that we all know and love, LIZA KOSHY, and also a leader of another country, Kim Jong-un. Anyways, you're probably asking yourselves, is the IB program really worth it? Should you take it? Should you be a risk taker? Don't worry, it's a really tough decision. But before I get into the answers to these questions, I just want to say that I am an IB senior, meaning I have finished 2 years of the MYP, and also I'm almost done with 2 years of the DP program. Whoop whoop. So yeah, I'm on my way to getting my IB diploma. Also, I just want to point out that my school is 100% IB, meaning that all the students take IB here. There's no other options. So it might be different for other schools, maybe schools outside of the US, but that won't really matter too much because the answers to these questions apply to everybody. It applies to anyone who wants to take the IB. So yeah, let's go straight into the video. So you guys want to know whether or not the IB diploma is worth it. Or in other words, should you take the IB diploma? Okay, so the answer to these questions are really complicated. So I'm gonna have to split this up into 2 parts to make this a lot more easier. The first part will be the cons of the IB diploma, and the second part will be the pros. So let's go straight into the cons of going to the IB diploma. Okay, first things first, your health. So you guys are probably wondering what's gonna happen to my sleeping schedule. Well, I just want to get out there that you're not going to be sleeping a lot. So you may already know that you're going to get a lot of homework. You probably already heard that, but it's just a given fact. You will be given a lot of homework. I'm just going to say it straight up. The IB program does give a ton of work, but that's just going to be a part of your journey. So yeah, your physical health and also your mental health will not be the best. A lot of seniors right now are running on like 2 hours of sleep. Your social life will also not be the best. You're gonna probably have to volunteer a lot more for CAS. So just watch out for that if you want to go into the IB diploma. So yeah, that's one major point that really turns off a lot of people that want to go into the IB. But don't worry, I'm gonna talk about this in the pro section, so stay tuned. You're not guaranteed to get the IB diploma. Basically, you need to meet a certain criteria to get the IB diploma. You need to get like a certain number of points and so on to get the IB diploma, which is what you're basically working for. So if you don't get it, you just basically did everything for nothing. That's how a lot of people think about it. So that's another con right there. You're really limited in what your classes are. The IB has a specific like choice criteria, whatever. For the classes that you take. For example, you have to take a language, you have to take a science, you have to take like math, SL math, HL math, one of those. You don't really have other options. No, there's not a lot of like good electives. At my school, the only electives that we have really is choir, product team, band, and art. Other schools have things like cooking class. Gym is an elective in other schools, and we don't really have that at IB schools. That's mainly because a lot of classes need like a specific time allotment for how long the class should be. So yeah, just a lot of specific guideline stuff for the IB. So yeah, you're not going to have a lot of creativity in your subject choices. You need to be organized, and you need to know how to time manage. So if you're not that type of person to time manage, then this isn't like for you. Like once you get behind, it's going to be hard to like go back to the flow. So if you're that type of person that's very organized, if you get things done, then you're fine. The IB program is good for you. In fact, it's one of the things that they teach you. The IB program teaches you to be to manage your time wisely, and to know what you're doing, to be productive. And if you slack off, you're gonna just keep adding on work that you have to do, and it's just gonna go downhill from there. So yeah, that's a huge con about the IB program. And that kind of leads into the pros of this video. So let's go into the pros.
Now we're here to take control.
Okay, so if you actually stay time managed, then you're fine. It's true that you'll have to work a lot. You're gonna have to spend hours and hours on work, and you're gonna have to spend all that time. You're gonna spend like 90% of your week managing your time and doing your homework. But don't worry, it will be worth it in the end. There are two good things that comes out of the IB diploma. There's the college applications and there's college preparation. So the IB program, basically, it's very, very good for your college applications. It's gonna look great on resumes, great on like, basically it shows that you went through this journey of obtaining your IB diploma. And also, the IB program will help you prepare you for college. A lot of alumni from the IB come back to our school and they talk to us about college. And they basically say how their first freshman year is very easy for them. And they basically don't have to do a lot of work in their freshman year in college. And that's pretty cool, actually. Like, they could go out and like do whatever they want. They have so much freedom because IB has prepared them enough so that they don't have to do much work. And last but not least, one of the best pros that I find in the IB is that no one is trying to make you fail. Everyone is going to support you, your teachers, your friends, school administrators, your family. Everyone's going to be there to help you. They're not pushing you to the ground. They're there to pick you up. And they are there along with you the whole way. And your fellow classmates, they're basically going through the IB diploma with you. And they're struggling through the IB diploma program with you. So you guys will learn how to help each other out. In my school, each grade is basically like their own community. We help each other out, especially in our own friend groups. We help each other with their own classes. Yeah, everyone is supporting you along the way. You'll never feel like no one's stopping you from getting your IB diploma. So overall, you may think that the IB diploma is not worth it. And that is true. But it's only true in the short run. It's definitely not worth it in the short run. Your health, your social life, it's gonna go downhill. But in the end, it's definitely gonna be worth it in the long run. That's what I believe. And I think that all the rewards from the IB program will outweigh all your sacrifices. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Taffy, and don't forget to subscribe.